I guess it segues into our next guy who we both like. A guy like Stefan Diggs is kind of available right in that similar price point. What do you love about Diggs so much?
Well, I mean, Diggs was, by all accounts, on his way to a top 15 PPR season last year. By all accounts, meaning, per statistics. So he's and nothing has changed really about his situation in Minnesota. In fact, it may have gotten better in some ways. So if he can stay healthy, I know that goes for anybody, but especially a guy who's constantly seeming like he's dinged up. I think, getting Diggs as your wide receiver 3 or 4, if you go wide receiver heavy, I feel like that is a huge luxury that you can, RotoViz has a lot of stuff on winning the flex spot. Okay, being able to plug a guy in your flex who will crush your opponent's flex. I believe Diggs is a way to just crush that flex.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. In PPR leagues too. I mean, I remember some of those games last year, especially when I'm trying to remember, it was like that 4 or 5 game stretch where he really just had like 12 catches, 13 catches, 15. It was just an absurd stretch that coincided with some injuries and showed that when he's the true number 1 guy, this is what could happen. So I think there's a ceiling there too. Everyone thinks it's just a boring Diggs, just a floor play. But really, there's a ceiling there with Diggs that people don't talk about. He's a gym rat. He loves the game. He works harder. I really take those things into a lot of account too, which a lot of people don't recognize when a guy talks about the game and he just has a passion for it and loves it. Diggs is one of those guys. So I'm a big believer in him and his talent. And I think there's just a lot of ceiling to go with that floor that everybody knows, which makes him so appetizing. I think there's a ceiling that a lot of people don't recognize either. So I'm a big Diggs guy for sure.